Why do women often lose interest in men after an incredible first date? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. If you've ever met a truly amazing woman, went on an incredible first date with her, only to lose touch with her afterwards and never hear anything back from her again, you'll know how absolutely unnecessary and painful this experience can be for a man. Often you're not only absolutely frustrated, but also incredibly confused because you don't know what you did wrong or what went wrong. One of the most common mistakes men make is that they're acting as if they're already in a relationship with a woman. They constantly want to be with her, text her, talk to her on the phone, and spend time with her. For some women, this might be okay, but for others, it's just too soon and too much contact to have. They feel as if you're putting pressure on them, as if you'd literally try to force them into a relationship. And exactly this pressure makes them say things like, "I think this is all happening a bit too fast for me. I think we should leave it." Or, "I just don't think I'm ready for a relationship yet. It's better if we don't see each other anymore." And of course, you might have never spelled it out for her that you're interested in a relationship with her, but you surely made it clear through your behavior. That's what made her cut contact before you even properly started. So the question is, how often should you contact a woman after having a great first date? And how much contact really makes sense if you want her to feel close to you and fall in love with you? If there's one thing I learned over the years, it's that every single woman is absolutely different in this regard. Some women feel rejected if you don't do a lot of things with her right from the start, while others might feel that you're clingy and trying to put them under pressure if you want to see them 3 to 4 times a week. What I've found out over the years and what I'd like to share with you today is a simple formula which allows you to really individually find the exactly right amount of time to spend with a woman so that she constantly misses you and wants to see you without ever feeling that you don't love her and without her feeling suffocated and put under pressure. Before we get into the details, let me tell you something which was really a true eye-opener for me. If you don't constantly message a woman, you actually get to see her more often face to face. That's really important because whenever you text or call a woman, it's as if you were a part of her life at that moment. This means whenever you're in contact with her, she can't miss you at this moment because you make it impossible for her to slowly but surely build up this feeling which leads to her missing you. The problem when constantly messaging each other is that during this kind of contact, a woman definitely can't develop the same feelings for you which she would if she met you in person. Therefore, I advise you to reduce the contact when you don't see each other to as little as possible. So forget texting her for hours and calling her all the time. But whenever you meet a woman, make sure that you're really completely there for you and that she has the best time of her life. Make sure that she's having so much fun that you can touch her, that you can kiss her, that you can look into her eyes, just the full program. But when you don't see each other in real life, make sure to be really absent. Reduce contact to the bare necessary. Trust me, this will get you very far. But now let's get to the simple formula, which to me is rather a rough guideline, which can help in the beginning. And it goes as follows. Meet each woman 1 time less per week than she'd actually like to. This formula is so ingenious because it fits on truly every woman. No matter what the relationship between the two of you is like at that moment, it will help you throughout your life to find the right balance. Let's say you meet a woman who'd love to see you every single day of the week. Simply cancel once a week. This will lead her to never taking you for granted and constantly gives her the feeling that you're something she still has to fight for a bit and isn't easy to get. And by doing that, she'll find you more attractive in the long run. It's as simple as it is ingenious. I really hope that the tips we've covered in this video so far have helped you. Please leave a positive rating for this video and share it with other men so that they can benefit from it as well. But honestly, these are just the first steps of what you need to know to truly get a woman interested in you in the long run. And that's exactly what you'll learn in my free report, How to Get Every Woman Into Your Bed and a Relationship, which you can download and instantly read by clicking the free download button. I'll also regularly send you absolutely free training videos, MP3s, and PDFs, which will make sure that the women you love never lose interest in you. They're really full of secrets about how you can keep a woman by your side in the long run, although most men won't ever learn about them in their lifetime. So just click the free download button, and I'll see you again in a bit on the other website in the free reports and training videos. See you there.